Lawmakers plan to file a bill seeking to transfer to the House the power of the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation to grant licenses to casinos. This after a House probe into the shooting and arson attack of lone gunman Jesse Carlos at the Resorts World Manila last week. The attack left 37 dead, including the alleged gunman and the wife of Pampanga Representative Aurelio Gonzalez Jr. A presidential decree delegated to Pagcor the sole authority to authorize, license, and regulate gambling. House Majority Leader Rodolfo Fariña says, quote, "That should not be allowed. That should only be a congressional grant of franchise." The Arroyo government in 2007 not only extended Pagcor's franchise for another 25 years, but also granted it authority to operate and license casino and similar gaming and entertainment clubs nationwide. Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez also wants to revoke Resorts World's franchise. Pagcor chairperson Andrea Domingo says Resorts World failed to respond to a Pagcor advisory ordering licensees to strengthen their security measures. Domingo says they issued the advisory after the Maute Group clashed with government troops in Marawi City on May 23. The clash prompted President Rodrigo Duterte to declare martial law in Mindanao on the same day. The Department of Justice orders the filing of criminal charges against the Commission on Elections and Smartmatic. The COMELEC and the vote-counting machine supplier supposedly changed scripts in the servers in the middle of results transmissions during the 2016 polls. The DOJ decision reverses the dismissal by the Manila Prosecutor's Office last September of the complaint filed by former Senator Bongbong Marcos. The Manila Prosecutor's Office dismissed the complaint for lack of merit and insufficiency of evidence. The Marcos camp elevated the case to the DOJ in November. The Justice Department says it found probable cause to charge COMELEC and Smartmatic personnel for violating the Cybercrime Prevention Act. The DOJ denies the COMELEC's defense that the script change was for cosmetic purposes and did not affect the election results. The change in the script was due to the need to correct the items with Enye appearing as a question mark. The DOJ says RA 10175 was a special law that does not require criminal intent. It also dismisses Smartmatic's argument that the protocol of escalation gave them the authority to execute the necessary changes without clearance from the COMELEC since they only needed to fix a glitch in the system. The DOJ says the protocol requires Smartmatic representatives to report any issue to a designated COMELEC personnel. The issue on the script change that altered the hash codes in the servers was among Marcos's main arguments when he accused the Liberal Party and Vice President Leni Robredo of rigging the elections. Clients of the Bank of the Philippine Islands on Wednesday report unauthorized transactions that deducted money from their accounts or worse, led to their account balances becoming negative. Clients complained the amounts deducted range from several hundreds to thousands of pesos. BPI says it's an internal data processing error. BPI says, quote, "Due to an internal data processing error, some clients may have seen their accounts debited twice or credited twice for a past transaction. We are currently correcting the mispostings." It says transactions occurring between April 27 and May 2 were double posted as of June 6. The bank temporarily suspended access to electronic channels to speed up rectification. BPI says, quote, "We wish to reassure our clients that this matter will be resolved expediently and that none of them will lose money from this incident." The Davao Region Police Chief on Tuesday calls on the Maute brothers to take care of their hostages, especially now that their father is in police custody. The police and military arrested Kayamora Maute, father of Abdullah and Omar Maute, at a checkpoint in Toril, Davao City, Tuesday. Kayamora, the patriarch of the Maute clan, was inside the van along with 3 relatives and the driver when officials apprehended them. Police and military officials in Davao said the van caught the attention of those manning the checkpoint because Kayamora apparently tried to cover his face when they drove nearer. Security forces have been battling the Maute group after it attempted to take control of Marawi City. United States President Donald Trump accuses Qatar of funding extremism. Trump appears to claim credit for Gulf states isolating Doha, a move he said that could, quote, be the beginning of the end to the horror of terrorism. Saudi Arabia, Egypt, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Yemen, and the Maldives earlier cut diplomatic relations with Qatar for supposedly harboring extremist groups. Trump tweets, quote, so good to see the Saudi Arabia visit with the king and 50 countries already paying off. He adds, quote, they said they would take a hard line on funding extremism, and all reference was pointing to Qatar. Qatar is home to the largest U.S. airbase in the region and is a key staging ground in the fight against ISIS. But United States intelligence officials say Russian hackers planted a false news story that led Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states to sever relations with Qatar. Federal Bureau of Investigation experts visited Qatar in late May to analyze an alleged cyber breach that saw the hackers place a fake story with Qatar's state news agency. Saudi Arabia cited the fake news report as part of its reason for instituting a diplomatic and economic blockade against Qatar. The fake news report supposedly attributed false remarks to Qatar's ruler that appeared to be friendly to Iran and Israel and questioned whether U.S. President Donald Trump would last in office. If accurate, the allegations would indicate Russian efforts to undermine U.S. foreign policy. The Kremlin denies meddling.